So as you might be aware, yesterday Gearbox announced a new game based around the Borderlands universe at the Summer Game Fest. It is called Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, and because I love Borderlands and I just so happen to make content for the games, we need to talk about it because I have some thoughts. I have thoughts about the game, the setting, and possible storylines that we could see. But maybe you're out of the loop. If you haven't heard or seen anything on Tiny Tina's Wonderlands until just now, well, you can go watch the trailer for it right here. I will also link the actual website for Wonderlands if you're interested in knowing more when we eventually learn more. But let's just get right into it. No more beating around the bush. Right off the bat, as soon as the trailer begins, we see the eye of a dragon and a man smithing something. Then we hear the very same man say something in a voice that should be very familiar to us. He says the word fate.
Fate. It soars on the wind.
He also says some other things, but as soon as I heard him speak, I realized very quickly that the narrator of the reveal is our dear friend Roland, one of the first Vault Hunters and my go-to choice of a character in Borderlands 1. And if there are any doubts that the guy we see in this trailer is in fact Roland, here's some dialogue to help you compare.
Fate. It soars on the wind. It rises from the grave.
Jack just lost his only way to awaken the warrior. We got the vault key, but this isn't over yet. We gotta find Jack and take him out.
Now, for those who don't know, or need a reminder, Roland, leader of the Crimson Raiders, met his end in Borderlands 2 at the hands of Handsome Jack. Everyone was messed up after Roland's death. I know, because I was there. I was one of those people. And Tiny Tina, she had a very special attachment to Roland. He was basically a father figure for her, and she took his death especially hard. She even made an entire Bunkers and Badasses campaign, the in-game RPG based on Dungeons & Dragons, for those who need a reminder, set around Roland, where he survives the events of Borderlands 2, and she did this in an effort to cope with the loss. That entire plot plays out in the first instance we see on Bunkers and Badasses, Tiny Tina's assault on Dragon Keep. And so, because Roland is narrating and starring in this reveal, talking ironically about fate, using what I just told you, I think it's fairly obvious that Wonderlands is taking us back into Bunkers and Badasses for another campaign hosted by Tiny Tina. To add to this idea, at the end of the trailer, we see that Tina is still young, giving us the perception that this game doesn't take place long after Borderlands 2. But I mean, with that being the case, you could also say that it's even possible that this game takes place before Borderlands 2, when Roland is still alive and well, and Tina is still very young. However, maybe I'm getting a little crazy here, but I have been playing through the Borderlands games again, and I clearly recall a conversation between Tina and the Vault Hunters about playing a round of Bunkers and Badasses after the Dragon Keep campaign. I cannot find that footage for the life of me. I think it comes from the pre-sequel. Maybe I'm just making things up. Maybe events are blending together, but if I'm correct, which there is a slim chance that I am, maybe the background plot for the game will deal with the events post-Borderlands 2, post-Tales from the Borderlands and the pre-sequel, such as the state of the Watcher, what happened to Athena, and when the Vault Hunters went their separate ways. Or perhaps maybe the game will just actually be its own standalone thing, unrelated to the entire Borderlands series altogether. I doubt it. I seriously doubt that. Gearbox has the opportunity to add some context to a 7-year period between games 2 and 3, and I don't think they're going to pass that up. But for now, we just don't know. I will keep looking into this, keep up with the news, and when we know more, and when I know more, I will be sure to make another video. So if you have any questions or comments about this video, Borderlands, or Wonderlands, or its lore, you can leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll be sure to read each and every one of them. Thanks for watching, and remember well.